Do you ever feel like an invisible force is constantly pulling at your attention, yanking you away from the very tasks you know are important? It's a subtle but relentless tug-of-war happening inside your own mind. One moment you're locked in, the next you're adrift, and you can't quite pinpoint when the shift happened. You sit down, full of intention, determined to finish that critical report, to finally master that difficult chapter for an exam, or to lay the first brick on that project you've been dreaming about for months. You clear your desk, you take a deep breath, you tell yourself, okay, time to focus. Only to find yourself, what feels like a few moments later, but the clock says is an hour. Completely lost in a digital sea of open tabs, endless social media notifications, and a graveyard of half-finished thoughts. You went to look up one simple fact, and now you're an expert on the migratory patterns of Arctic terns, with 27 browser tabs to prove it. You feel that familiar pang of guilt, a rising wave of frustration, and you can't help but wonder, where did the time go? And why does this keep happening? If this sounds familiar, I want you to know, you are not alone. In our hyper-connected, always-on world, this experience has become the default state for millions. It's a silent epidemic of fractured attention that leaves us feeling perpetually busy but fundamentally unproductive, constantly tired but ultimately unaccomplished. We're spinning our wheels, generating a lot of heat and noise, but going nowhere. This isn't a personal failing or a lack of willpower. It's a biological mismatch. Your brain, particularly its reward system, is hardwired to seek out novelty. Every notification, every new email, every surprising headline delivers a tiny hit of dopamine, the same chemical involved in pleasure and motivation. Our modern world is a dopamine slot machine, and it's designed to keep you pulling the lever. So distraction is far more than a minor annoyance. It's an unseen thief robbing you of your single most valuable, non-renewable asset, your time and your cognitive capacity. Because the ability to direct your attention where you want it to go, for as long as you want it to stay there, is the absolute bedrock of all meaningful work, deep learning, and personal achievement. Without it, learning new skills feels like climbing a mountain of sand. The quality of your work suffers, riddled with small mistakes. Creativity feels blocked. Even relaxing becomes difficult, as your mind refuses to switch off. But here's the good news. The crucial truth you need to hear. This state is not permanent. Your brain is not broken. Focus isn't some magical trait you're either born with or you're not. It's a skill, it's a mental muscle. And right now, that muscle might be out of shape. When your attention is constantly pulled in 1,000 different directions, your mental muscle for concentration, governed by your prefrontal cortex, atrophies. It becomes flabby, weak, and unreliable, unable to hold its ground against the slightest temptation. But just like any muscle in your body, it gets stronger through deliberate practice and the right exercises. With consistent training, you can rebuild its strength, its endurance, and its precision. This isn't wishful thinking or a productivity hack. It is a biological reality rooted in the principle of neuroplasticity, your brain's incredible ability to rewire itself based on your actions and experiences. In this video, we're going to give you the workout plan for your mind. So, subscribe for clear, neuroscience-backed strategies to build deep focus, unwavering concentration, and true mental discipline. Like this video if you've ever felt like distractions are ruining your productivity. It helps us know we're on the right track. And be sure to save it. Think of it as your digital toolkit for your next important study or work session. Finally, turn on notifications so you never miss a brain upgrade from our channel. The power to reclaim your attention, to own your time, and to direct your mental energy is already within you. You just need the right map to unlock it. Without focus, learning becomes an exhausting chore, and producing quality work feels impossible. Even your rest gets hijacked by loops of worry about all the things you didn't get done. But with focus, progress compounds. Each intentional moment builds on the last, creating momentum that carries you toward your goals. Ready to begin your training? Here's the science and the exact steps to take back control. To train your focus, you need to know your brain's superpower, neuroplasticity. It's your brain's ability to rewire itself by forming new connections throughout life. We once thought adult brains were fixed. That's fundamentally untrue. Your brain is a living network, constantly shaped by thoughts, actions, and experiences. Neurons that fire together, wire together, the physical mechanism of learning. Hold your focus, and you strengthen circuits for sustained concentration. Switch tasks, and you reinforce distractibility. Modern tech has trained fractured attention. The empowering truth: you are the architect of your own brain. Meet Alex, a talented freelancer drowning in chaos. A single ping spiraled into lost hours and a blank canvas. He called it multitasking. Really, it fragmented his attention. One night, he drew a line. Things must change. He chose one task, one 2-hour block, one promise. Phone away, timer on. Focus until the bell. His mind screamed for distraction. He gently returned attention to the logo. One win, then another, then another. 2 hours, a draft done, more than the previous entire day. After 2 weeks, his stress plummeted. Flow returned. This can be you. Now, the exact steps to start today. Your next action begins the rewiring. Let's build your system. Let's begin with the foundation of all deep work. Step 1. Give your brain a single, unambiguous target. Our minds are wired for clarity, not for juggling a dozen competing priorities. When you try to do everything, you often end up achieving nothing. This isn't about a to-do list of 10 items or a vague intention. It's about crafting one specific, achievable sentence that defines success for the next block of time. This simple act engages your prefrontal cortex, the brain's executive center, signaling what's important and what can be ignored. For example, a vague goal like work on marketing becomes a specific one. Draft the first 3 paragraphs of the new ad copy. A student's goal isn't study for the exam, it's review and summarize chapter 3 of the textbook. This level of clarity is your greatest weapon against procrastination. It lowers the psychological barrier to starting and acts as a powerful filter, automatically screening out irrelevant thoughts and distractions. Now, write that sentence down on a piece of paper and place it in your line of sight. This physical reminder is your lighthouse, a constant beacon to guide your attention back whenever it inevitably drifts. Before you begin your next work session, take just 60 seconds. Ask yourself, what is the one most important thing I can accomplish right now? Write it down. Make it singular. Make it specific. This is your contract with your focus. Step 2. Create a dedicated container for that focused attention. This is the art of time blocking. Instead of an open-ended workday, you will partition your day into dedicated, non-negotiable blocks of focus, separated by intentional breaks. A great place to start is the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of intense focus, followed by a 5-minute break. If you're more seasoned, the 50-10 rhythm, 50 minutes on, 10 off, works wonders for sustained effort. The magic here is that committing to just 25 minutes feels manageable. It disarms the part of your brain that screams, "This is too big," and allows you to simply begin. Crucially, use a physical timer or a dedicated app, but never your phone. Your phone is a portal to infinite distraction, designed to hijack your attention. Keep it out of sight and out of mind. During the block, the rules are absolute. No email, no social media, no quick snacks. Your entire world shrinks to you and your one goal. When the timer rings, you stop, even if you're mid-sentence. This is non-negotiable. The break is not a reward. It is a vital part of the work itself. Use this time to truly disconnect. Stand up, stretch, hydrate, look out a window. Let your brain reset, consolidate the information, and recharge. You'll return to the next block stronger and clearer. Over time, your brain builds a powerful association. The sound of the timer starting becomes a Pavlovian cue, a conditioned response that automatically shifts you into a state of focus. The blocks build your mental endurance, like reps at the gym. The breaks train your ability to practice intentional rest, preventing burnout. Don't try to conquer your whole day at once. Start modestly. Your only goal for today is to successfully complete 4 25-minute focus blocks. That's it. As your focus muscle strengthens, you can gradually lengthen your blocks or add more to your day. The key is consistency, not intensity. This simple structure is how you transform the chaos of a reactive day into a calm, productive, and deeply satisfying cadence. If this approach resonates with you, a simple like on the video lets us know we're on the right track and should make more content like this. And be sure to save this video so you can revisit these steps before your next study or work session. Now that we have our goal and our time, are you ready to build the fortress that protects them? Step 3. Remove distraction cues. Your willpower is a finite resource managed by your prefrontal cortex. Every time you see a distraction cue, like your phone, your brain anticipates a potential reward, a hit of dopamine. Resisting that pull depletes your energy for the actual task, so don't fight an unnecessary battle. Engineer your environment to win by default. Face down isn't enough. The sight alone is a powerful psychological cue, a constant, low-level drain on your executive function. Create physical and digital distance. Put the phone in a different room, a drawer. Give it to someone you trust. The friction to retrieve it becomes your ally. Close every unrelated tab. Each open tab is an open loop in your mind, a tiny cognitive load. Kill all desktop notifications. They are the enemy of uninterrupted thought. If you don't need the internet, turn it off. If you do, use a site blocker. Be ruthless. Clear your physical clutter. A Spartan desk sends a clear signal to your brain. This space is for one thing. Laptop, notebook, pen, that's it. Your goal is to make focus the path of least resistance and distraction the path of most resistance. Step 4. A pre-focus ritual. These are tiny, consistent actions you perform right before a deep work block. Your brain loves patterns. This is the work of the basal ganglia, the part of your brain that automates habits. A ritual acts as a powerful cue, signaling a shift. The time for distraction is over. The time for concentration has begun. Just as an athlete primes their body for performance, you are priming your mind for attention. Keep it simple. 3 deep breaths, pouring a glass of water, or straightening your desk. Repeat it every single time. This consistency builds a conditioned response. Your ritual is the runway. You taxi, you build speed, and then you take off into deep work. Next, do daily drills. Start with the focus minute. Pick a single object in your room and set a 1-minute timer. For that minute, your only job is to notice its details. The color, the texture, the way light hits it. When your mind inevitably wanders, don't get frustrated. Gently guide it back to the object. Each return is a bicep curl for your brain's attention muscle. It's not about never wandering, it's about getting good at coming back. Another drill. Read 1 page of a book with full, undivided attention. If you drift and your eyes glaze over, reset. Go back to the beginning of the paragraph and reread it. Just 5 to 10 minutes of these drills daily. It's not about duration, it's about the consistency of the training. Now, become a detective of your distractions. Keep a simple log. A small notepad next to your keyboard is perfect. When an internal or external distraction pulls you, don't fight it or give in. Simply note the urge and the time. Urge to check email. Worried about that upcoming meeting. Felt bored, wanted to check the news. After a few days, patterns will emerge. You'll see your triggers. Then, you can prescribe specific solutions. Feeling anxious? Schedule a 10-minute worry time later. Feeling restless? Plan a short walk during your next break. Finally, none of this works without the bedrock of focus. Your physical health. We're talking about sleep, movement, and nutrition. Non-negotiable, 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. This is when your brain clears out metabolic waste, consolidates memory, and literally restores the neural circuits required for concentration. A brisk 20-minute walk isn't just a break. Studies show it directly improves executive functions like focus and memory for hours afterward. And fuel your brain properly. Fuel with whole foods, hydrate consistently, and reduce sugar and processed carbs. You can't expect a high-performance mind on low-quality fuel. Clear the fog, and you'll find focus waiting on the other side. You now have the blueprint. The science says your focus is trainable. Alex proved it. Chaos to calm productivity. Define one goal. Time blocks, engineer environment, ritual, drills, log distractions, health. Don't do all 7. Start small. Pick just one step you'll do today. Maybe it's phone out of the room for 1 block. Maybe it's writing one clear goal before you start. Small actions, repeated, create momentum. There will be slips. The goal is progress, not perfection. When you drift, simply return. Your call to action. Pick one step. Right now. Tell us in the comments which step you'll implement today. Make a public commitment. Like this if you felt robbed by distraction. Turn on notifications. Save this for your next session. The power to train your brain is in your hands. Start now. Pinned comment challenge. Copy and complete. Day 1, 25 minutes. My one goal. Bay Sri. Phone in another room. Let's build a 7-day streak. Who's in? Subscribe for more neuroscience-backed strategies. Next up, beating procrastination with science.